What is up, guys? Today's my reaction to Mexico getting eliminated from the World Cup. As you can see, the game just finished here. I was watching it, and pretty disappointed by Mexico's result, versing against being eliminated by the worst team in the CONCACAF region in the qualifying matches, Trinidad and Tobago. They only won one game, and this was just disappointing, I wanted Christian Ramirez to play, but sadly he did not play, It was poor performance by all the players there, Very disappointed by Bruce Arena, he didn't have much of an impact, And it's just disappointing, result, I can't express, how I feel, The U.S., has stooped so low. This team is, ranked, 100 on the FIFA World qualifying, and poor defending, poor goalkeeping. It was just really bad, I was seeing the game live. I was watching the Mexican game, the Mexico against Honduras, and I was watching Trinidad and Tobago against Mexico. Poor performance. They just played with them, I'm sad, no more World Cup, no more Christian Ramirez getting called up. He plays for Minnesota United, it's kind of disappointing, when you think of U.S., you think of the powerhouse and stuff, and today Trinidad and Tobago beat the U.S. easily. There's my sister right there. She's running away. But this was just a disappointing game, I didn't think the U.S. would lose this much. It's quite disappointing, They had, no lack of effort. No lack of, I do have to hand it to you. The two Trinidad and Tobago goals were on point, The possession, the field conditions weren't ideal, but they said that they had water on the field, but the field conditions weren't good. The stadium was not good. I think that affected their play, and and yeah, kind of disappointing. Disappointing result. Hopefully next World Cup 2022 will be better. Christian Ramirez will be called up probably, since he performed so well this year in the 2017 campaign. Players that were pretty good were Michael Bradley on the set pieces. Josie Altidore just goes wide on the headers. Another good player was Christian Pulisic. Pulled the team through. Scored a banger, he was pretty good. Players, the defense was just horrible. The own goal by Omar Gonzalez, pathetic. Then Alvin Jones' goal was pretty good, from long range. I saw a lack of effort by the team, the U.S. national team, This is just disappointing, Thinking of the U.S. as a powerhouse. You don't expect them to lose this much. By halftime, it was 2-0. And then the second half, they parked the bus, And it's expected, it was pretty bad performance. And yeah, hopefully they get their shit together, They're not winning that well, but hopefully they qualify for the 2022 Cup. And yeah. So, this is my reaction. I was pretty mad. It's pretty stupid. Horrible goalkeeping. Tim Howard was not at his 100. I think anyone in their right mind would know that. He was not at his 100. Pretty disappointing result. Not what I expected from the U.S. national team.